So for this next activity for our community project, we're still going to be exploring with the big question, what can we discover from new places and people? However, this time we're going to build in some of what we've been talking about in social studies. Now, we talked about the major social sciences, and one of them is a geographer. With that being said, I'm actually going to have you guys go out into your city and into your community, and you're going to explore, but with the eyes and the lens of a geographer. Now, geographers focus on 5 major themes: location, place, human environment interaction, movement, and regions. Now, the cool thing about that is it connects directly with our work in Voices in the Park. Now, one thing I want you to think about while you guys are going out and exploring your cities, what are the major landmarks to describe the location of your city? For example, one of my favorite voices in this story is when the father is leaving and headed to the park with Smudge. And as we talked about in class, the first part of the story, or the first part of the voice, it's really dark, it's kind of gloomy. And then when they return from the park, everything is vibrant and everybody's excited. Now, what I want you to focus on, though, in relationship to what you're going to do, is if you look at the pictures, we have 2 major landmarks that kind of help show where they live. And this has to do directly with their location. Again, same thing on this page. We have 2 major landmarks, these 2 big tall buildings that help to describe the location of where they live. So before I have you guys begin, I actually wanted to provide you with a few examples of what I did when I went out into my city and explored it as if I was a geographer. Now again, I'm focusing on location, and I'm using certain landmarks that are around the general area where I live in order to best describe my location. So again, these following images are going to do just that.
Speedway gas station. City Pulse newspaper. Resurrection Church of Lansing. Sparrow Hospital. The intersection of Michigan and Pennsylvania Avenue. Clara's Restaurant. Cooley Stadium, home of the Lansing Lugnuts. The Grand River. The state capital of Michigan.
So as you saw in those examples, that best describes the location of where I live by using landmarks. Now what I would like you guys to do, once you have a good idea of where you want to go about exploring and what pictures you want to take, I would like you to then share those images onto our Padlet. Once you have them on the Padlet, I would just like you to provide a brief description of where this is at. Again, you can maybe name what the landmark is, possibly name the street, or name what it is that we're looking at. But use your landmarks, again, to best describe what the location is of where you live.